We were able to log on to Schoology and find 3 items that are important. You want the Google Slides Lesson 6. These are view only, so if you want to edit them, just make a copy. Here's your student activity sheet. Just click on the link. Looks like this. What happened to the wildebeest? It goes through 3 different parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. I'd recommend making a copy of this, or you can just write down in a notebook if you like. It's your call, but you definitely want to try to record many of these concepts because when you take your exam, it'd be nice to have these readily accessible. So anyways, getting thoughts about what's going on. Here are objectives on the right-hand side. Here's an introductory warm-up, just talking about what we did last lesson. How do rinderpest virus affect the population sizes of buffalo? Okay, and how do you think that changed other herbivores' ability to survive? So rinderpest, if you remember, was the virus that then was eradicated, and that affected populations of other species as well. And then just going through these slides quickly for you to help you out. Here's just pictures of what we're talking about again. Here's the Serengeti. If you can imagine yourself flying an airplane right now, at least 6 feet apart from somebody. Imagine yourself flying down there. Anyways, here are the 2 different creatures that we want to discuss today. The African buffalo, the rinderpest virus, how that affected them, and the wildebeest. That's our focal point today as well. 2 different types of herbivores that exist in the Serengeti National Forest. As you go through your activity sheet, you'll see, questions about the graph, like what happened to the wildebeest population. That's when you want to access this student lesson guide and directions. This will have graphs for you. I'll go over the objectives again for you, warm up in case you're missing it. Resources if you somehow can't get the links from there. Okay, here's part 1. It tells you answer questions 1 and 2. So go back to my activity sheet. Okay, here's 1 and 2. Use that graph. All right, and then when you guys ever see a blue link here, you want to make sure that you click on it because that usually has a video, some sort of link, or an Edpuzzle or what have you to give you guidance on that certain concept. Cool? All right, and here's a graph you need for question 3, and then we get to part 2. Okay, you're going to need lots of data from the lesson guide or direction framework, which is right here, part 2. Okay, talks about Serengeti tree data. Look into those. Okay, talk about hot fires, which is, not so hot fires, and how that affects the wildebeest population. Okay, and you want to just talk about how the populations of wildebeest and buffalo differ based upon their average lifespan and their gestation period, and how that also connects to fires and availability of grasses, etc., etc. Yeah, so if you go through the slides, it will give you each image as well, kind of more up close, okay, and just slowly guide yourself through these. I wish I could give you, a longer time for us to discuss this, but yeah, I know my voice is boring. Anywho, when you get to part 3, also talked about keystone species again. Do not forget to click on these blue little links. Okay, these are important concepts that will help you understand what's going on. I know it's very hard to just do things online without any guidance, but that's why you can also log on and email me. The last part is when you go back to Schoology, you'll see exit tickets and discussions. We're going to focus on Flipgrid just for my class, but I know other classes are not. There's also Google Form if you don't feel like talking through a video, but we will have discussions on Flipgrid, so we all have logged on and done that. Make sure that you are ready to discuss options as well, and you will receive a grade on your discussion video or Google Form exit ticket, whichever one you choose. All right, so hopefully that helps you out. Email me with any questions. Again, one more time, make sure that you get on to lesson 6. You look at these concepts you need. All right, and hopefully you guys are staying healthy. And remember, what happened to the wildebeest?